Hello, everybody. I hope you all come on and find me. Um, Apologize for the way I look. I'm exhausted today. I think it's partly because of all the physical labor I've done over the last 3 days, and sometimes I guess you just need to rest, at least in between. But, well, hey Pam, hey Cheryl, hey. Oh, hold on, gotta turn this off so people just automatically seem to be drawn to contact me when I'm doing a live chat. They can feel it, evidently. But I want to show you what I think is really making me tired, and maybe you too. And I don't think it's just the solar flares, though I'm sure those have something to do with it. Hey, Rebecca. She says hello, everybody. I guess that includes me. Hi, Rebecca. Hi, everybody. Oreste, greetings. Hey, Miguel. Lori. Rhonda from Kansas. Hey, good morning, Lori. Karen. Diane. Hey, y'all. Whew. I think you all might be feeling a little weary also, is my guess, because people weren't even giving me a little button to let me know they were seeing the post I showed that happened overnight and early this morning for the solar flares. It's like everybody's like, oh, really? Who cares? But you must realize that when you let me know you're seeing stuff, it's a good thing. It makes me feel like I'm being heard and that you all care, and that's one of the reasons I do this. And boy, am I tired today. I'm gonna have to sit down and do some meditation and also just try and rest a little today. Okay, I have some crazy stuff to show you and have a crazy thought to go with it. Oh my, lots of folk. Hello, Lynn. Lamira. Hi. Hi, Lynn. Ceremonious Ancestrales Hidalgo. Greetings. Tiana. Hi. Lisa. Christy. Hey. Diane says, good afternoon from Michigan. Manuela, greetings. Antonetta, Monacera. I guess you're saying you did not get a notification. You know, a lot of people are saying that. Hello, Ceremonious Ancestrales. Hidalgos from Mexico. Love you all. Sending lots of love out to you. I'm sorry I'm so today. I'm just a little tired. And I think I need to be a little tired. I've been going full on, and probably if I just rest a little bit today, I'll get all better. But I've been doing hard manual labor, lifting rocks, and not just a little, but hours and hours a day. So I gotta remember I should rest now and then. So tired of being tired. Yeah. And you're exhausted too. Let me show you what I think may be going on. Hey Lisa, thank you. Thank you for your kind words. I'll be glad when this fever list disappears. It came during all this time with family and my dad being in the hospital. I haven't had one of these in years. They take forever sometimes to go away. I'm ready for it to go away. No makeup, of course. Look, you want to see what some dark circles look like? How about that? Oh, yeah. I've always been prone to these since I was a little kid. Okay, I think that's enough of looking at my flaws. For me, you're all probably pretty sick of it too. And over here it says chill mode. I think that's what she's saying. K.A. greetings. Hello, Maria. Okay. Yes, crazy stuff. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, Carolyn, Edgar, Jason, Dan. Okay, we'll quit saying hi to everybody, though I want to. And I'll show you what I think is, well, it's blowing me away. I saw this and I was like, wow. Okay, let me position my high-tech equipment here. And that's, of course, a total joke. All right. I decided I would look and see what was going on with stereo ahead satellite images. Here we go. Ready? Let's look at this one. This one's fun. Check that out. Just a little something passing by the sun. Little bitty. How about that? What in the world? There's the rest of the image. But I've got my iPad lying on its side so it's supported on its little stand. Look at that. What in the world? Well, that isn't all. You ready? Check this out. Let's go back to our images. And when I saw this one, tears came to my eyes, and I cannot say why. I don't know why. Look at this. Look at this spherical looking thing. And look at all of this. And the amazing thing is, it's in little segments. Each one of them, too. Which makes me wonder what if this might be vessels. I know that sounds crazy. But I said it anyway, because I'm really thinking this way nowadays. And this, look at that. That is like the way a sphere would look on the edge of an image. Look at all these. This, I think, is why I'm tired. I think there's major stuff going on. See, here's more in the background, y'all. There's a large 2-segment thing right there in the background. You can see one back here. They're all over the place. They're in the forefront and in the background. What is that? And of course, this is the sun. This white circle and this black area they put around it so that they can take photographs without it blasting out the camera, where the camera can't see past the blaring light of the sun. But look at all these. Look at all that. I'm going to try and turn it on its side, see if I can pull this off, where you can see the whole image at once. I'm going to probably be an unsteady thing because I've got to hold both things at once. Look at that. What do you think we're looking at? Just be brave and say crazy things like I'm thinking. I think that this is significant. I don't know what this means to us, but when we see things anywhere similar to this, those of us who are sensitives, we pick it up. And yeah, that's a long ways away out in space, but you know, spirit and in quantum things, in the quantum field, there is no time or distance or space, really. You can perceive it instantly, no matter where it is. If you're the sensitive type, if you tune into this kind of thing. Besides just feeling exhausted, can any of you tell me any more about what you're perceiving or picking up? I'd love to hear. We can talk about things like that here, and I will listen and be very interested to know what you think. Wow, that curve there on that large looking object to the left makes me wonder what in the world is going on. We've been hearing a lot of talk about dwarf planets and rogue planets and binary planets and stars and craft that have been seen all over. And after the eclipse, well, we're in a whole new game right now. Things are different. I think at the very least we have entered into 4D. We're no longer stuck in 3D. Not me anyway, I'm not. Because the things that I am focusing on and visualizing on and letting myself feel and really move into in my heart and in my mind and letting myself feel in my body as I meditate, those things are happening. They're taking me to a whole new level and a whole new place. And I'm thinking this is happening maybe with you all too. Okay, let's back off from here. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. Okay. Let's leave this image and let's go back and let's look at this other one. Now here's another way of looking at it. That is the small image that is not as detailed. Okay, am I going the right? Yes, I am. Look at that. What in the world? It looks like a finger almost. Or it could be that could be a side view of something that is circular or saucer shaped. It could be something that is cylindrical, like a cylinder, or a cigar shaped thing. I'm trying to avoid saying click words that'll, you know, kind of put us in a box. I don't want to be put in a box, but let's look at this and think. When I see things like this in the past, I've not seen lots of it, but when I have, I do feel an impact on my being and my person, even without knowing it's out there. And then I go and I see this and I'm like, oh my goodness. I think somehow it's connected, you know? Let me look back a wee bit in my photos. I took some pictures a while back. So many. What in the world? Both my cats are in here. What was that, Chipper? Chipper is here with us, by the way. He's on the window seat I created for them so they can hang out. And Sugar is down there on, it's kind of messy. I've been rearranging so the wires are all a mess. I need to find a way to hide those. But there's darling little Sugar, and there's handsome, charming Chipper. And they're here with us. And you can look out and see, oh, look outside, see if you can see that bird right there. It's hard to see through the screen. That's a phoebe. They call him, it's also called the flycatcher. And there's its mate. Oop. Yeah, she's there. Why can't I can't seem to aim correctly. Oh, there. That's him, I think, maybe. They look very similar. They have a nest and they're raising babies underneath the porch. And if Chipper were feeling frisky and awake, he would be making that funny cat chittering sound at them. But this is part of my beautiful place. I hang out. It helps keep me sane, far away from the city, out in the country. And Chipper, would you like to say anything, boy? He's like, And Sugar is definitely not wanting to chat. Okay. There. Thought you might want to see the fur babies for a minute. Let me look back. Okay, here we go. This was the What is this? Hold on. Oh, okay. This was an old image, but it's similar. Here we go. Take a look at this. This was one I located by looking back in my records. This was from October the 26th, 2023. That's pretty crazy looking too. Look at all this stuff. And you see these two segment things all over the place. See, look at that. They're two sections. And we see this as a recurring theme around the sun. Now, let me go back and see. There were several things I'd taken screenshots of and then never shared with you because I get distracted. Sometimes I think I just share too much with you and you all get a little overwhelmed and bored. Here we go. This was from the 11th of this month. See the two segment thing here? And there's the sun in the center, and then there's this thing over to the side. These are happening often, and of course sometimes much more than at other times. And many times we can see what appears to be masking taking place, so that some things that would be very fun to look at, we can't really see very clearly. And I'm speaking carefully, I'm sure you understand. Today, what is happening around the sun is very notable, I believe. And I think I'm really feeling it. This was the 5th of this month. Well, there we go. That one doesn't seem so huge. It has an interesting shape. It almost looks like a cartoon missile with fins on the end. Let's see here. I have another one. Double locate it. And I think I did post this one. Look at that. There's that two segment thing, but it's very different. And that is not something normal coming out from the sun. I feel quite certain. It is doing the right direction like a starburst out, but that's not a usual looking burst out from the sun. And today's, well, there aren't many to rival it. And then remember, we saw this one on the 4th of this month. This was incredible. This, however, does not look like vessels, as we might say. This looks like pieces of something. Maybe, you know, an explosion or passing through a debris field or something. The odd thing is how it's all lit up. And even if you look farther in the background, it seems to be lit up. And that's huge. You know, this may be further forward towards the camera, which would make it look a lot bigger, but think, that's the size of the sun right there in comparison to all of this. These are crazy things. And there was what it looked like in a smaller version. Just more images. I think that's probably enough. Let's go back and take a look. Y'all pardon me, I know I might sound a little toned down today. It's probably because I am. I'm kind of tired. The Schumann resonance is blasting away in Russia. The Russian Schumann resonance at 6 this morning. I showed you what we had going on. I had to guess at the amplitude or the power because it was in between some notches and no one else had taken a notation on it. So sometimes I have to guess based on the numbers on the side, and I think I guessed it to be, well, you can look at the post, but I think I guessed it at 80 power because the closest legible was 77.4 and the next one was 96 and it was barely over. I hope I'm making sense. I feel a bit dull. I hope you all are okay with me carrying on and dragging on like this. I'll try to wake up for the moment. Let me load and let's see if anything new is happening on the spectrograph or spectrogram. It says it both ways, changes it from time to time in the Russian Schumann resonance. Okay, let me enlarge it. It takes it so long to load. Okay, I'm going to close it out. Close it out and clear some things and open it back up, and hopefully it will actually load. I can't complain too much about having such slow internet out here because it saves me from being exposed to 5D, which I don't want to be exposed to 5D. Wow, it just doesn't want to load, y'all. Alex, he's the guy who makes this app. What are you doing? Why is it so slow? I guess we're going to have to look. Oh, finally it came up. Okay, here we go. Here's where we are right now on the Russian spectrograph or spectrogram. And we've gone into basically green and the white out has subsided. So all that blasting energy is letting up. Some of you may take a deep breath and go, oh, thank goodness. So green is on this chart purging, and it's covering a fairly wide span vertically, up to down. So that's like, oops, sorry. That's going primarily from, let's see if I can enlarge it big enough so we can read it. It's going from about 3 hertz, and yes, this is hertz on this one, down to about, back over, about 24 to 28 hertz. So remember, this corresponds with your brain waves and the different things that the brain waves deal with. So today, don't be surprised if you're dealing with some family issues, if you're having some old sticky energy try to dislodge in you, in your thoughts, in your mind, in your emotions, even in your body. This would be a good day to just let go of those things and let them move on past you. So the last look at amplitude, pardon me. Here we go on the left. This is amplitude, not hertz. Well, I'm trying to get it to, yeah. You can see the high point was 96, and then 77.40 is that first level on the grid coming across, and that is where the last spike was. But it's a little higher than that. So just a little above 77.4. So I guessed it at 80. And that was that spike, the orange one. I mean, the white one right there. Okay, beloved. I think I probably better quit droning on. I put myself to sleep and you all too. The main thing I wanted to show you was what's happening around the sun. Those amazing images coming from Stereo Ahead satellite. And woo, okay, I just felt a wave of wooziness. Did anybody else feel that? You know what I mean by wooziness? It's like everything just went woo. I say it feels like my brain had a huge giant mushroom just pushed right into my brain. That's what a woozy feeling like that feels like to me. Closest thing I can describe it as. If I'd been standing up, I might have tilted to the side. So I think that's enough, unless you all want to see what's happening on the magnetosphere. If you do, give me some thumbs up or hearts or whatever. If you don't, oh, there's one. Oh, okay. well, maybe just one person, but those the rest you can leave if you wanna. I understand you have lives that you need to pay attention to and go do. For now, let me get over here and let's get in the right place. I have so many images, so many sites open so I can research this stuff for all of us. And I'm opening up the Magnetosphere Cut Planes movies, and it's not giving me an update ability, so let's make sure we got it all up, and it'll take it a moment to load. Okay, and it's taking its time. Here, you can look at the cute cat while I'm waiting for this to load. Chipper baby boy, cute little animal. Oh, he's sleeping, he thinks, but he's probably listening to all of that's going on. There's Sugar Pie down there. That's a new pillow that's been here about a week and they've ignored it. And she has finally decided to use it. Cute little animals. Okay. I'm going to now activate each of these charts and we'll take a look and see if anything momentous is happening. Here we go. And you see the slider going across the bottom. Looks just like sort of scrambled eggs right now. The most intense on the velocity chart here is blue. See a little blue, red is the least, and yellow is mid-range. And this is about right now. That's kind of nothing major. As they say, kind of a nothing burger. It's active. There's a lot happening. It certainly does not look like the magnetosphere used to look. Let's look at both of them. This is right about now. Looks quite calm in velocity. Let's see what's happening with density. All right, it's beginning again. Ah, we got some density showing up. Look at that. And of course, that's Earth, that little dot in the center, half day, half night. Okay, we're about halfway across on the slider. The shields are showing very strongly, but we also see things are going right through the shields, which is normal nowadays. And now we're at now. Lots of stuff happening. Those eyes are they look like eyeballs today. Kind of weird looking, to say the least. Let's take a look at pressure. This used to be the fancy goldfish, like you'd see in an Asian restaurant in those beautiful tanks, you know, with all the feathers. But this chart rarely looks like that anymore. Gee, I was just about to go into Porky the Pig way of speaking right there. Oh, a funny day. As you can see, the pressure is just hardly there. We got a little red, but oh, and it's gone. Okay, it's restarting, that's why. See the slider coming across? And there's just a little hint of where the shields kind of are. Red is the most intense, blue is the least. Now we're about right now. Got a little red behind us. Wow. Well, there you go. Keeping in mind, we've just had, what, 5 major solar flares? I think we may have had more. And hardly anything is showing up on the magnetosphere, which is just odd. I think, once again, we can say we are the best instruments in the world. Our bodies, we feel stuff that nothing else will show us. And don't worry about me and my black circles around my eyes. I will get some rest today. And I've been feeling great, and I'm gonna feel greater in a little while. And you all see if you can get some rest today too, if you feel like you need it. So we've had a M109 flare, an M2.38 flare, an M122 flare, 22 flare. And then we also had one earlier overnight. What was that one? Actually, it was yesterday, I guess. We've had a lot. Pardon me for being a bit out of it. And a lot of things don't cross over onto my iPad, so I don't even have access to it. So let me go quickly to the Facebook page, our page, and let's see what I posted. And y'all, you're the best. You really are. And I love you. Oh, I just felt woozy again. Are you all feeling these woozy whacks? It's what I like. It's like being... It's not a horrible thing. It's not a bad feeling. It's just strange. Take deep breaths. We'll drink lots of water today. Lots and lots of water. Okay. So, last night, at about 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we had an M1.76. That was yesterday, depending on where you are in the world. This morning, I posted at 6 a.m., but it occurred at 7:51 UTC, an M109 flare. And then at 9:03 UTC, we had an M2.38. That's big. And all M flares are strong flares. And then at 9:36 UTC, which what? That's about 2 or 3 in the morning, I think. For Eastern Standard Time, we had a M1.22. And the Russian Schumann resonance blasting at a power 80. And we have hints of the trees that are back, which you all got more excited about that than all of the solar flares, which tickles me. Kind of funny. There, the trees are back. Woohoo! Here they are down here. Yesterday they were even blurrier. We'll see how clear they get. Then this we followed. There was more. There was absolutely more than one solar flare that was notable. Look at that. I made an X. It was so clearly present, it X'd. And this one is like a slash, but this is the one they counted, I believe. I think we had 2 solar flares at the same time going. And here's where it got to as far as that. And here, you know, when this happens, you can't tell what the source is. This could be 2 sunspots having solar flares. It could be 3 sunspots having solar flares. 1 bump, 2, and we went to the next level here. I think we had at least 2 solar flares based on this image here. But they did not report but 1. Only 1 of them. And that's the way it is. That's the way the cookie crumbles, as they say. And it was an M2.23, which is good-sized solar flare. Oh, and here we are. We're talking away. There we got hit by the marshmallow. Oh, that's funny. Yeah. Boom. Well, how weird. It's showing the same thing over and over. Okay, beloved, I love you much. Let's keep that frequency high. Even if you feel a little tired or outright exhausted today, stay in the frequency of love. Stay in that place of non-judgment. Just don't judge anybody, because heaven knows we don't know what's going on really in anyone's heart. But be true to yourself too, and do what you need to do to feel good. And that is where life moves in a beautiful way. You get in that place of feeling good, of focusing on what you want, what you desire, what you want to happen for all those around you. You're creating this world we live in. As crazy as that sounds, it's really true. To quote some ancient scripture, you can have whatever you say. Mark 11:23-24. Speak to that mountain and say, be thou removed and be cast in the sea, and thou shalt have whatever thou sayest. Your words are powerful. Be careful what you say. Say only what you want to hear, what you only want to happen. Another one is, all things are possible to him or to her that believe. That's wide open, isn't it? These are established ancient truths, and we can access them as we want. And they're in all traditions, all cultures, all over the world. These truths supersede, go above and beyond cultures and beliefs and religions. They are the truth. And so anyway, I saw myself on there. That was distracting. I need to turn that off. That's off now. Okay. And here we show you an image of Chipper and his peaceful repose and the sunny blue sky outside. Oh, he knows we're talking about him. Oh my goodness, what a cute cat. He's like, yeah, I love you all, but I'm not waking up for this. No. And there's Sugar Baby down here. And they're both in basically the same pose. They just tucked their little heads under. Aw, what a baby. I love my kitties. They're sweethearts. And I love y'all. And let's hold that high frequency of LOVE and gratitude. Just be grateful, and that will do the job. Love you much, and I'll come back on if anything notable happens. But if you all came in late, go back and watch the replay towards the beginning, because there's crazy stuff around the sun right now, and I think that's what we're feeling more than even the solar flares. I'm sure it's a combination thereof, but there's stuff happening. I think a lot of things have changed since the eclipse. Kind of pushed us in to this new era and this new time, and we're definitely visiting 4D a lot more. A lot more. Getting closer and closer into 5D. Love you. Have a beautiful day.